Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to give you a quick update. Before I get started on some creative content tonight, I want to talk a little bit about my beliefs in regards to politics. And quick shout out to Alberta Mama because you joined my live last night and you gave me a solid plan in regards to my future in pursuing political science, so I appreciate it. As most of you know, I'm very open about my political beliefs, and that's why I wanted to jump into this, so here it is. I think in regards to Canada's future, a lot is riding on what could potentially happen. Now, the reason that Conservatives haven't shot for a vote of non-confidence is because the Bloc Québécois, the NDP, the Green Party, they're all behind Trudeau, so it would be completely useless. They would end up losing anyways. But we know, now more than ever, Canada needs new leadership. Because the way it's looking right now, Canada's future is not looking good. And that's the whole reason that the West is wanting to separate. I'm running out of time, but I'm going to do a quick part 2. Now, in regards to my last post, I mostly consider myself an economic and foreign policy conservative, as well as a bit progressive, but that's kind of bordering on a few issues that I have with it. As far as social conservative goes, I see that as a bit of conflict of interest for Canada's future, even though we were founded as a Christian nation. I believe that it is important for Canada's future to stay true to its beliefs, but I don't think that religion should have any foothold, say, or means in regards to any of our political movements. Our leaders are free to believe as they wish, but it shouldn't be a means to gain supporters. That is part of the reason the voting systems are messed up, and a lot of people are voting for the wrong reasons, which is why I also kind of stand as a middle ground between conservatism and liberalism. For example, I believe in basic human rights, and I believe that people should be encouraged to love who they want to love, and there should be entire freedom for them to do so. I think if you don't like your rights and freedoms being stepped on, then you shouldn't step on the rights and freedoms of others. And I am going to go into a part 3. Now, in regards to progressive conservatism, I think sometimes immediate change is called for when desperate times call for desperate measures, which is where we are standing right now with this imposter prime minister. I believe even in a democracy, it should be well known that the power belongs to the people, not the person they put in power. If someone fails to uphold the rule of law, if someone has committed treason against their own country and the proof is there, they should be kicked out of office and they should be locked up and imprisoned. Now, I take a standpoint like Ben Shapiro on the topic of abortion. Now, if you believe in the rights and freedoms of people, you don't believe that life should ever be taken. Now, this is where I disagree with Ben Shapiro, because I think there are certain circumstances that took away the rights and freedoms of a person. At that point, it's their choice to choose. Now, I could go on all day about these topics, but I'm going to just make a quick part 4, and if you guys have anything that you want me to cover as a topics in regards to my beliefs, just do so. I think the kind of leadership that Canada needs is someone who is not afraid of change where it is necessary. In regards to people voting, I think that when people vote, they should be looking at all our economies as a whole of each province in Canada, because something important to note is that when we fall, we all fall together. And voting on things that have no place in politics, like religion, a lot of things can get complicated, especially in regards to new policies. I think it's important to pay homage to how a country was founded and to continue fighting for the rights and freedoms of all people so that drastic change that affects our way of life is not influenced in the wrong way, and we don't lose who we are in regards to what made this country the great country today that we know and love. Now, that being said, when you come here, you need to understand our ways and beliefs, and you need to adopt those ideals that Canadians hold true. Because if history has taught us anything, we as a people are stronger united. And right now, our voting systems are meant to divide, which is the topic that I wanted to touch on. As of right now, politicians use that to their advantage. Now, this is my serious last video. Now, like I said, politicians as of right now use beliefs as a means of taking advantage of people who don't look into how policies could change the country into something that makes it unidentifiable. For example, the LGBTQ community, abortion, religion, name anything that you're passionate about, and I hope this arises questions you can ask me in regards to my standpoints. While these things are important, basic human rights is something that should be a no-brainer to most people. I believe in one race, and that's the human race, and rights and freedom should always be upheld whether you are conservative or a liberal. Like I said, that's a no-brainer. It shouldn't be used as an advantage to grab votes. And what I mean by what could make a country unidentifiable is if you're voting just based on these things that, like, these are important topics, yes. But if you're throwing votes based on things that you have no idea how that's going to affect the economy, then you're doing it wrong. Which is why, in regards to leadership, we need someone that's going to uphold the rights and freedoms of all people and not use that as a means of influence. And I hope that hit the nail on the head, because that's my last video.
I thought I heard the old man say, "Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow ye will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave.